Welcome everybody to another game in the Definitive Edition. We're playing with Swedish today. They were recently nerfed. Let's see what we get here for opponents and map. Gran Chaco against Double Japan. That's interesting. Japan, of course, also kind of boomy, but not like super boomy. Not really aggressive. They do take their time, so I kind of like that. But they do have really strong military as well. Like the whole infantry is like really strong.
Yeah, and even more important for you, they have pretty decent options against artillery in H3 as well. So the Yabusame riders are very strong against your leather cannons, and so are the flaming arrows, of course. I mean, you can actually counter flaming arrows quite decently with enough light gun carriages or like infantry guns in H3, but you need to get that mass out before you have a chance of doing so. So yeah, I would pay attention to what decks they pick, and if this is going to be a very aggressive all-in or maybe a more boomy attempt by them. And depending on that, I think I will skip the sepoys in H2 because I don't think that they will give me a lot of value if I'm essentially only like booming up. So in that case, the wood trickle or like having the wood trickle earlier might be a good idea. And yeah, depending on that, you will either do a full-on aggressive boom, or try to get into fast fortress.
Yep.
I mean, I guess your fast fortress is necessary anyway, but what I mean is that you will, depending on the deck, not be able to ship 700, 600 wood and blueberries. But yeah, that's of course only speculation. We'll see what we get.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, talking about, let's see what we get. I should probably build a house. I think that might be a good idea.
I do agree. Yeah, I like that. It's a good plan.
Houses, most OP building ever.
Yes, exactly.
Picking my cavalry deck. Not quite sure if I need it, but better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Actually eating up the first llama here because they get really like... Oh, 2 alligators for a native scout. I think I want to have that.
Might be true, yeah. Let's have a look at what they are playing here. So yeah, that's a fairly standard deck by the first, and the second one has a really late game. Like no unit ship, like 1 unit shipment in the whole deck.
Oh
and,
wow, that's super
that's like,
late game.
Yeah. If not to say very bad, actually. Honestly, that's not a good Japanese deck.
Let's have a double check on that. So really, like, yeah, it's fully late game. Also the dojo cards in there. 2 mountain castles. Don't really get that.
No justification for that, honestly. I mean, the thing with the dojos is somebody did the calculation and found out that they're only slightly worse than factories in terms of like resources generated. So they're not actually that bad. In a treaty game, you could actually think about sending them. But the problem is, like in a non-treaty game, obviously they take so long to pay off that yeah, it doesn't matter how much resource they generate, because in the end it only matters that the return of invest like takes forever. So yeah. That's a weird deck for sure. But it's also
the first
a deck
wonder
that
going
is...
up here. Let's see what he's going up with. Would be really interested in that.
That's a shrine. He built it right in the hunt, and also it's fairly obvious that it's a bit bigger than the Torii gates, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, he's still chopping food. Don't really want to do that.
Like I said, I'm fairly certain that that is the shrine.
Yeah, should be. Yeah, should be. So and here we have also Wonder, but that's also Torii gates, I think.
That might be the gates. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but could be.
Neither am I. So you're going for a defensive Agrafor. I like that. I mean, they won't raid us, right? Like that would be really unusual.
Yeah, I wanted to claim the hunt there and the mine. That's why I placed it there.
Yeah, I will double check for like a forward base thingy here. Don't really want to have them forward basing on us.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt. I mean, not to be forward based. I mean.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, like I said, I will probably skip the sepoys and go straight into the wood trickle now. Get my market upgrades out as soon as possible, so I'm on par with the Japanese players, and maybe try to get into Fortress pretty soon as well, because the problem is that I definitely cannot compete with Fortress Age Yuumi archers with my second age Gurkhas.
Yeah, even like standard Yuumi could be a problematic thing, right?
I mean, depends on how good my hit and run is, but sure, I mean, usually you don't want to fight that. Yeah, true. So yeah, we'll see how this works out. I'm actually fairly optimistic. Having a look at that that Japanese deck, because I don't think it's a particularly strong deck.
I mean, it can be strong, so we just have to see that we close things off here before the like super late game.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, isn't that always the idea?
I guess so. There were times when we really tried to drag things out into the late game, so...
Yeah, but not with Sweden. I mean, like, with that, like, civilization, I don't think that, like, the super late game is, like, a desirable thing to get into. That's what I meant.
That is right, yeah. That is right. Okay, going straight into 600 wood. I'm also training just a couple of Karelians.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
I think I will switch to Gurkhas after the second batch now, though.
Yeah, that's a good call. So I'm also like trying to see any shrines here, but have you seen any shrines yet?
No, not at all.
That's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, playing Japanese with shrines is for pussies, right? I mean, who does that? So uncool. I mean, honestly, who would do that? Don't see the reason why. Okay, irony off here.
I'm really trying to have a peek at... Okay, they're actually walling off.
Yeah, let them do that. That's fine. Our eco is going to be better than theirs anyway.
Hope so. Really trying to start a lot of... Okay. Going into blueberries now.
Sounds good.
Do we have another? Okay, no shrines whatsoever. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, we've been waiting quite a long time for this game. It might be that these guys are like lesser experienced players.
That is actually
Don't want to
true,
judge too early, of course, but this is like not a valid build with Japanese, because like walling yourself off in a 2v2, like that works in like very specific circumstances when you have like a specific game plan in mind for which you definitely want to like
okay, blueberries is now in,
time, but...
and I'm just throwing some fire here on the shrines. We're also getting a siege up here with some ashis, but that's fine. I'm going up to fortress now.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds very good, actually.
Thought that you appreciate it. I'm also getting up another Rex. Actually going for an artillery foundry now, because I already transitioned into... Already transitioning into... Ah, fuck. Move,
gathering wood,
friends.
what do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm still gathering a lot of wood, and okay, I fucked up my mouse. It's moving too slow. Okay, better now. And I'm already blueberries. I already have blueberries out, so I really want to make sure that that I just get out some nice infantry guns now and blast them away. That's kind of the plan here. So I'm up to fortress now. As I said, blueberries already out. I actually didn't ship Engelsberg. I'm thinking of shipping it now. And just hold with some...
Yeah.
Because I really want to have that eco, right? Like, especially with that one late game deck. Just trying to move forward here a bit. Maybe get out a couple of... Okay.
Okay, going up now as well.
Ah, fuck, I missed that.
Do I want the hussars or not? I don't think I want the hussars. Got the stable now. Barracks coming now as well. So yeah.
Oh fuck, I triggered the tigers here by accident. That's actually shit.
Yep. That indeed sounds shitty. Pretty shitty, my man. Pretty shitty.
That's a lot of mass right there. Let's see.
A lot of mass.
Are they even taking... Are they taking the treasure now? I don't really know. That was really bad luck there. Triggered the treasure, and if I'm not careful, he might try to take it from me now.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Absolutely not. But he's actually not paying attention, apparently. Yeah, got it. Also, now got my veterancy in, and I'm coming in with 4 leather cannons now, and will send my light gun carriages now. So move up, friends. Yep. Get over here.
Get over here!
Okay. How's it looking for you?
Well, halfway up, and currently pumping out Gurkhas from barracks and my Agra. So, not too shabby, I'd say.
That's good. I lost a couple of shrines.
Shrines?
Torps, of course, but... Okay. Actually, I really don't want to collect here.
Okay, your guns are firing on something?
Yeah, I'm taking down some shrines here.
Okay, that's not too bad, I think.
Okay, there's the first one also going up to Fortress Age, so we should really try
Both of them, actually.
Oh fuck, that's a lot of Yumi archers. I should actually shoot on those.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't push in there without me. Just a humble suggestion, my man. I haven't done my upgrades.
Oh fuck. I thought it's
Man,
only one of them.
there?
I thought it's only one of them. It's fine. Okay, push them now. Anfallen! Yes! Okay. Okay, we're splitting up here a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is actually fine. There's a top right near to you.
Over there, there's a lot of
oh, fast industrial.
Yep. Yeah, we need to close this now.
Yep.
Try to get some more artillery out if you can.
There's the
okay, there's some Naginatas. Yeah.
Okay. You still have some units in the back there? Some Gurkha?
Yeah, they're walking up, but there's a lot of villagers they're killing right now, so I think that's worth it.
That's good. Okay, getting more guns now in. New TC going up as well. Getting 8 more infantry guns out now here. So flaming arrows will pop, but I think that's actually fine because my infantry guns are kind of like H4 units as well, Who of them went up? The red one. Okay, so we're in the right base here. That's good.
Yeah, let's kill those villagers. Okay. We're seeing a lot of...
there's been just a wagon popping.
A wagon? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, the construction wagon. I don't really know what he's up to.
Okay, oh yeah, that was the dojo. He was actually trying to go for the dojos.
Okay.
Not too concerned about that, honestly.
Okay, we still have a couple of units in the back. Nagi's coming, watch out.
Yeah, not to me though. They are all dying. At least if I can target fire them instead of sieging on the TC. Don't know what that was.
Okay, killing away a lot of Yumi here as well. Okay, we're still getting a lot of Nagis from behind here. You're losing a lot of
Yeah, I'm
there.
aware. No, I don't. I'm running away from them.
Okay, that's
good.
The
whole idea here.
Okay, we took the TC down. That's good. Now Nagi's moving in for a kill here, trying to kill off my infantry guns, which they actually managed to do.
No,
partly.
they don't.
Okay.
Not as long as I
Can
have
we just
anything to
try
say
to
about
take down the
the what?
Take down the
Pavilion,
shrine.
or what do you want to kill?
The big shrine.
Why are you sieging on the pavilion then?
Yeah, I mean either is fine. Both of them are really like super important, so.
Glad that we agree, but I was a bit confused by that call. Yeah, let's take down the shrine. Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
Let's do it. Okay, getting snaplock now as well.
Yeah, the dojos will pop their first batch pretty soon, I suppose. But yeah, like I said, not too concerned by that because...
Okay, I'm also training a couple of pikes just to take down those shrines up there. We also have a castle down here, so we have to be a little bit careful not to lose many units here. Okay.
I'm currently moving my siege elephants to the front.
That's good, yep. Okay, getting a lot of Yumi from the back. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Toshugo Shrine is now down. Okay, Birchia actually also dropped.
Okay, then we don't have any need to actually kill these buildings here, I suppose. Those flaming arrows are, by the way, killing off your gun carriages over there.
Yeah, I only see that. But we're taking them down as well.
Such a weird strategy by the Japanese here, honestly.
Yeah, fast industrial
really
can be strong.
Work.
So if you
if
wouldn't have
not in a 2v2, sorry, but there is no, as to my knowledge, no real FI strategy that works in a 2v2.
Yeah, I mean
if you have a look at the resource
greedy.
gathering rate, we know why, because obviously he was so bad economically. And also he invested a lot of resources into that, which he didn't have in unit population. If we have a look at the unit population, again, that's the second reason why you don't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Fast
it's super
fortress,
risky.
okay, I agree. But if I, like, honestly, as Japanese, what for? Like, what do you get out of a fast industrial as Japanese? I mean, I would understand it with, like, I mean, Ottomans, for example, and then playing a revolution maybe, or with Spanish, but, like, Ottomans? Why would you go for an FI with Japanese?
Japanese, not Ottomans. That confused the hell out of me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Japanese do get good units in the late game, but I think it's super risky. I mean, maybe he was just thinking like, we are not really pushing. We're just taking our time. We put up some walls. So we can try to do that. I mean, you do get some good cards in H4. Like, for example, the one that like buffs all your shrines by 50%. I think it is. He doesn't have an hit. He doesn't have an. He doesn't. Oh, that's actually not a card. I'm talking bullshit. It's just a tech that you can do in your shrines.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. There is no such card, but that's like the pretty expensive upgrade you can do in the shrines. But still, nonetheless, like honestly, you don't get anything useful from a fast industrial as a Japanese player. You don't get like a good revolution or anything. You don't get like a strong like factory shipment or heavy cannons or anything like that. So like there's literally no reason to do that, honestly.
I mean, I was kind of fearful of like 4 flaming arrows because that is a strong shipment, but it never came out because it doesn't have it in deck. And the Shogun, of course, is really beefy, but you really need an army behind it as well. Like it doesn't do a lot of damage on its own. So yeah, that's
also I have my siege elephants walking as well. So I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter how many flaming arrows he builds, as long as I have 2 siege elephants out, I can essentially counter all of them.
Yeah, and
as long as he doesn't upgrade them to H4, of course. But yeah,
they were both
honestly,
like super greedy. Look at the consulate of blue here. Also was on the Dutch consulate and actually got the arsenal wagon. So like also that is super.
Yeah, he also got
greedy,
the bank out as well.
Yeah, so like really greedy here and just
the other guy shipped both of the dojo wagons. Like honestly, they were playing a treaty game. I mean, I appreciate players liking to play treaty, but you should probably choose the right game mode for that then.
On the other hand, I mean, like we had a good timing on that. I'm actually quite happy with my H2 play here and also pretty fast H-up time to Fortress.
Not quite sure what our timing here was. Like just boom the hell out of them. Interesting timing, but yeah, in the end it worked out. You're right about that, and I think there's not much more to add regarding this game. So I think we see each other in a second game.
Yeah,
this video, because this one was fairly short
and also like fairly decisive, fairly uneven. I don't know. So yeah, see you in a bit.
See ya.
So as promised, here we are again. Let's see if we can make our combination work a second time. Actually, not too sure how good Sweden is now at the moment. I mean, they do have their strong boom, but only if you get it out. Mexico's the map, playing against Dutch and Japan. Not Dutch, Russia and Japan.
Russia. That's actually the guy who's like way too strong for his rating. So the 𝐒𝐤𝐴𝐬𝐡 guy, I think. No, yeah, it is him. So yeah, Russia, that's actually fairly scary.
Haven't seen Russia in ages.
Because this is Age of Empires, so you haven't ever seen them in Age? Nah, doesn't matter. Okay, so
I just haven't seen it in ages. That's basically it. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, I wanted to make a stupid joke there, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so you just don't let me. Yeah, thank you very much. That's what you have friends for. Okay, jokes aside. So the thing with Russia is obviously that they have like a very strong early push, and I think that it might be advisable against Russia to actually start it with the stable. I think that's one of these civilizations where the stable is actually the better option.
I actually think so as well.
Because like going on a stable at least like forces them to build a couple musketeers, and like the worst thing you wanna like face is like a pure Strelid army. I think so.
Probably, yes.
I think the stable might be the better call here. Also, I think not quite sure if you should try to fight this H2 or H3, honestly, because H3 obviously gives you the very strong infantry guns and upgraded Karelines, but I mean, they will probably pressure us earlier, right? I mean, they won't give us time until you're like done with your 700, 600 wood and blueberries, right?
Probably not. Definitely not.
Don't want to be too pessimistic, but I don't think that might be a valid Russian strategy. So I'm fairly convinced that they will actually push in earlier.
Probably yes. Yeah, I don't know. Like I can try to get a couple of shrines and go up to Fortress, or I can try to like stay in H2, get a mass of hussars out. I mean, against Japan...
That man played way too much Japan. He's like always talking about shrines.
Torps, shrines, whatever you want to call them. I mean, Japan does take that time, so it's kind of like we have to scout if we see like a Torii Gates coming up. If there's Torii Gates and Blockhouse coming up...
It doesn't matter. I mean, Russians have a solid boom. I mean, you shouldn't underestimate that. I mean, technically, if they want to, they could boom very heavily.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah... Where am I going to place my Agra? Should I place it over here or like even more defensively? I'm not quite sure.
Maybe like slightly behind the coin mine there?
Let's have a look at the deck. It's a fairly standard Russian deck, so not too many surprises. A lot of unit shipments here, but also actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 eco cards there.
And also like all cards in H3 as well, so could also try to kind of go for FF. Really
yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, like Strelets fall off so heavily in H3. I mean, they are now.
I mean, I've seen a couple of games where they try to like switch onto Oprichniki raids, like get up to Fortress and then get a lot of Oprichnikis out and raid the hell out of you.
Of course, yeah, that does of course work, of course. But I mean, they cannot like win in a straight up fight because they don't have any units that are actually able to like get some value. The problem with Strelets is they only work if you have like more unit population than your opponent does, and in H3 you usually reach the point where both like parties have like 200 to 100.
What about the Japan guy though? So Japan also pretty standard deck. I'm really curious if he's like trying to go on Torii Gates, because that also indicates if he's like really rushy or just like average rush and more like booming up behind it.
Yeah, should we go and scout that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my Explorer up there, but it just takes a long time. Mexico is such a big map, really.
Sure is.
Who's still collecting food here? What the fuck?
I say, what the fuck?
I definitely... Okay, so... Trying to get a couple of shrines up here.
Torps, man.
Torps, yeah. Indeed. So, okay, am I trying to go on Fortress, or am I try to do I try to stick in H2 and get my boom out while also getting out military?
Honestly, I think you can try to stay in H2 because just try to get some cavalry out, though. I think that's like very important, actually.
Okay, I'm starting with stable then.
Yeah, but yeah, honestly, I think you cannot like completely give up your boom. So I think that's Shrine coming up, by the way. So that's an eco-Japanese player.
Okay, that's good.
Not the very, very offensive rush. So I think you might be like, like I said, better off doing H2. We'll see if it works. Like I said, the player is technically too strong for us, so I'm not quite sure why we like always run into him. Like we had like 3 games or so, with this player already. Not quite sure if like artificially lowers his rating or what the thing is, but yeah.
No idea either. So already getting the first musketeers here. Trying to raid me, or raid my torps rather.
Yeah, I mean that's ought to be expected, right? I mean.
Yeah, but musketeers I'm going is actually not so much expected.
Opening with musketeers is pretty standard, I think. You ship the Strelets and open with musketeers. I mean, I'm no Dutch player, of course, but that's what I heard at least.
Cossacks now also out.
Yeah. Like I said, you need to get your military, of course. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah, trying to do.
What's this, by the way? 500 food. Holy cow.
Actually, a lot of Cossacks. 2 batches of Cossacks, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's rough.
Kind of, yeah. Actually sending my 3 hussars as well, I think. I just want to make sure that I maintain Cav superiority here.
Yeah, that might be a good call. I mean, I can march on them now if you want to, but...
I just can't be with you on that. Like, you can try to poke in. He's currently... So the Russian guy currently is really busy, like, trying to take down my torps
he split up his army, so... Yeah, I tried to do that. Let's see how far I get. I try to be careful, though. Okay, there's some Japanese units there as well, though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's some Ashigaru as well. Are they pushing into your base now, though?
I really don't know.
Okay, they're trying to build shrines on that hunt now as well.
Okay, killing down the Cossacks here. Really got them running around. My pop actually worked really well here. My 3
Oh no,
hussars.
that's a torp you're building there. Sorry, I thought that they were like actually shrining up that hunt, but they actually aren't.
Okay, watch out. There's a lot of units there. Musketeers
Yeah,
and Cav likewise, so
yeah, I'm not going in there.
yeah, better don't. So I'm on 9 hussars right now. I'm just really not too sure what to do now with them. If I should try to go for a raid, maybe? I'm sending my wood next, so then I can... Actually, I'm trying to go for a raid. I think it's the best
Yeah, do that. I
thing
think
to do.
right now I can hold them off here. Maybe try to keep them busy a bit and try to buy you some time with your raids. And
yeah, that would be really
you
nice.
just try to make sure that they like don't boom too hard. That might be the preferable option here, I suppose.
Okay, right now the military is all around on the right side here.
Yes, saw that. That's the left side though. Oh no, it's not. Be careful, you're running straight into the 𝐒𝐴𝐤𝐻 masses there. And that's a lot of 𝐒𝐴𝐤𝐻. Actually, it's a lot of military there. So they will push into your base very shortly. I'm convinced of that because they have so much military there. So you should definitely think about when you try to age up.
Yeah, I can't age up. I don't have any resources for aging up. I'm trying to get out of Rex now as well. And just try to keep him running. Kind of.
Yeah,
maybe
but
go for a raid there.
You need to get up at one point. I mean, of course you do.
Yeah, but I don't have blueberries out and I don't have enough shrines. And yeah, that's kind of the issue right now. So I'm sending blueberries now.
Okay, I'm switching to Gurkhas now.
Fuck.
Just spamming musketeers won't do the trick here, I'm afraid. What is fuck?
He's got ashes on me now, but I think I can get away. Just really can't run out of that direction though. Okay, I'm trying to aim for an age up. I'm sending blueberries and I'm starting to collect a lot of coin now.
Good grief, how many houses am I supposed to build? I'm like always popped, it's kind of weird.
Really not sure how good this is running right now.
Me neither. On the other hand, they haven't pushed into your base and I think that's the most important thing for now. I mean, that they haven't done that.
Probably, yes.
I will also try to claim some trade posts now.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Okay, now I'm trying to age up now. I'm fully torped out. I don't have them all on mines though. But
You've put some on. You've put some on the forests or what? God damn it! Yeah. There's a trade post here. Oh, they have taken both of them on the right side. That's actually pretty annoying. I think I push into there and try to kill these. That doesn't need to be.
Okay, going up now.
Yeah. Yeah, they had this idea first, and I don't like that they had the idea first.
I can understand that. So I'm trying to add in an artillery foundry now, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, against those infantry masters, I think that's the best plan. You got.
So I'm on 12 hussars right now. And as I said, they're already taking down some shrines of mine now.
They're not shrines, man!
Torps! I don't give a fuck. Okay, artillery foundry is coming. I'm up now as well.
Yep, sounds good.
I had to put 2 shrines on your bottom mine here, because otherwise I wouldn't have got any.
I noticed.
Good.
What's your freaking problem? You were supposed to build that. Don't resist my orders, man. Don't like that at all. Oh boy. Run, 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 run. And you too, maybe. Okay, the Japanese army denied my trade post there, though.
Okay, yeah, that's shit. So I've got 4 leathers now out, now trying to mass out.
Okay, the Russian player went up now as well.
So what are they going for? Probably a lot of... maybe even culverins? I don't even know.
So he will probably, like you suspected, try to build some cavalry to raid us. I think that might be...
yeah, I'm already putting up the first wall here to prevent that from happening.
Well, I mean, you can try that, but against Opportunity, that's obviously fairly difficult. So, I mean, you can try, of course. But not quite sure how successful that's going to be. That's all I wanted to say.
I get that.
Okay, they're walling here as well, apparently. There's a wall coming up here as well. And also the units over here.
Okay, I'm now on 10 leather guns, or infantry guns rather. And I have veteran Uhlans. Shall we try to...
Okay, the Japanese player only went on a Shiguru as far as I can see.
So that's really good for me then, with my guns.
Agreed, agreed, but...
also now up.
Yeah, all are up except of me, but I, like I said, will be shortly up as well. But we should definitely push in there. But we shouldn't, like, do it separately, so...
So are you pushing in on my side or on your side?
I think my side. I want to hurt the Japanese player.
Okay.
I hope that we get some airshield's for free there. That would be the dream.
The dirty dream.
Upgrading my my Gurkha currently.
Watch out! I'm still not with you, right? Like.
I'm aware.
Okay, that's
I haven't done my upgrade as well, so I won't push in there. Don't worry.
So I'm on 9 guns now. Just really want to make sure that I have another, like, cav batching coming as well. It's good that you killed the explorer. That really helps.
Why the hell am I supply blocked again? Like, honestly.
Okay, shall we try to push in? I have 9 guns. 3 more
yes,
coming.
Sir, we shall. We shall. I have upgraded my units, and I think now's the time.
Okay. Do you have enough anti-cav in case he's like...
No.
Maybe try to add in some more.
I haven't upgraded them.
That really is a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, but it's Russian stuff, so...
Just, we have to really try to snipe some units here.
Yeah, that's your cup of tea with the guns, I'd say.
That's a lot of units right there. What the fuck?
Be careful, don't waste your cavalry. I mean, I'm building more and more anti-cavalry units here, but try to snipe the stable, the Rex, sorry, if possible.
Oh, there's actually a castle coming up there. I really don't want to get that up.
Yeah, shoot that.
And some culverins actually also moving in.
Yeah, that might be something you can handle with your cavalry.
Trying to move them in. Actually, I'm throwing them into all
the... We're cleaning them up right now. I think that looks good. Be careful with the there's 4 culverins now. You shouldn't push in there with your artillery. Keep them in the back.
I'm just really trying to shoot them out there. Without too much success, honestly.
You have like 5 cavalrymen in the back.
Yep, that's right. Okay, I'm running them in now.
Those are wasting themselves in some units I shouldn't fight against.
Maybe fall back just a little bit. I need to get out some more units there.
Why? I'm cleaning them up.
Yeah, okay.
I have only skirmishes and they only go to Shiguru. Just don't waste your cavalry there. There's no need for that. And also don't waste your guns. Yeah, okay. You threw away.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was just a one-shot there.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm keeping some Strelets busy here.
Yeah, I need to pull out there now. That's just too many Ishiguro. I mean, they're not making a brilliant deal there, but it's enough.
Ooh, Falconet's also popped right now. Watch out, you're still moving units into there. Fuck, those...
Yeah, man, I think that was a bit too much cavalry you wasted there before the cavalries popped out. I think you shouldn't have put them, like, in there so aggressively, but now it's too late anyway, I suppose. So, let's make the best out of it. I tried to get as many units out as possible, of course, but
okay, my
yeah,
Falconets have also arrived now.
Yeah, that's good.
We have to move back a bit here. I'm like really also struggling to get out units in the front there. That's like really a big problem. Why am I still running units to the front there? What the fuck?
You should maybe considering also building some cavalries. No, wait a second. I'm shipping my elephants now.
Okay, they're taking down my
artillery foundry, and you're also running into there with units. Be careful. Yeah, your units were like moving forward a bit, and I was afraid that they were like actually going in there. But if they don't, then that's fine by me. Your cavalry is running into there, though.
Yeah, I tried to go for a raid, but apparently they walled it all off. Let's see, is there a wall up here? Yeah, there is. Okay. You have a couple of Gurkha in the front there.
Yeah, I know, but even more important, I got the siege allies out now.
That's good.
Once they're up at the front, I think we need to push in there again, because I'm a bit afraid that we're giving them too much time here to economically recover. I think that like we should be better than at least the Russian player economy-wise, but honestly, I don't know if that's true.
So I'm now on 4 leather guns and more of them coming, and also 2 falconets up there.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, I think. And I am on 70 settlers, so that's not too shabby either, I think. But yeah, they're in the lead right now because you're falling off like pretty significantly, and we need to push in there now.
Okay, let's try to move my cannons up. Doing a cav switch there.
Yeah.
Saw a couple of Nagis.
So yeah, they will probably try to run from my... Yeah, they're running away from my elephants now.
Okay, I tried to idle them with my cav there.
No, I need your cav here. They're going to engage very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, there they are. Yeah, okay, lost both of my elephants. You will lose all of your infantry, I'm not quite sure what your idea was pulling your cavalry away there, man. Like, honestly.
Yeah, they just totally popped us.
Yeah, but like that was pretty obvious, right?
I just tried to make use of them and not like only stand around with them. That was kind of the...
Yeah, but not in an engagement, man. Not in an engagement.
Yeah, now we lost everything there.
No, I didn't. I actually pulled out most of my units.
Yeah, but I lost everything there. So
Do
now
you have more town centers up?
getting them up now. Didn't have the wood so far, I just collected 1000 wood. That's the only reason why I now have the wood. Okay. Yeah, I now have my next town centers in queue.
I mean, now you can go for a raid. I have no issue with that, but...
Nah, it's just too much now. I don't have any more cavalry left, 6 units now, and they do have cav archers. So I will just lose them if I go for a raid. Yeah, saw a couple of them.
Okay. Haven't seen any, but if you say that you saw some, then I believe you, I think.
Better do. Oh fuck, that's just too much units down the drain there. 7 guns now out again, but...
Yeah, that won't cut it, of course, but yeah. Once those torps have used up their berries, can you demolish them?
Sure. I can also demolish them now, but... It's just like another 800 there, so it will take a lot of time until I can really get rid of them.
Going up to H4 now.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, I'm looking not too bad actually. I mean, I'm on 80 settlers, which is not too good. I think I idled my TCs in the engagement there a bit, but other than that, I'm quite stable. So
yeah, that is good. I'm trying to get out another. Actually, I didn't collect my 1000 wood. What the fuck? Okay, got another batch of infantry guns out. That's your TPs there, right? Yeah, it is. That's good.
yeah, but the problem is that those two don't belong to me, and since I did the upgrade, they profit equally from like the stagecoach.
Should I just try to run some pikes into them?
Yeah, maybe. Buy some time, at least.
Yeah, doing. Okay. Also
I wasn't
up
the
to
only one with that
industrial.
idea, apparently.
Apparently not. I'm also trying to age up in a second. But struggle for me is like now really like... I really don't have... I'm on 60 settlers right now, so that is okay-ish. I actually think we have to fall back here a little bit now until I get my eco more stable.
I mean, we're standing right in front of my wall. I mean... Where do you want to fall back to?
Yeah. Okay, going up.
Build a second wall right away, I think. Okay, here I am.
Hello. Yeah, I got it.
Oh man, I need so much wood right now. Which I unfortunately have to chop like right in your torps, because that's where my agra is.
Actually deleting the one top there just takes too long to take off, and you really need to place your rice paddy there.
Not quite sure if that actually helps. I'm not quite sure if there's like a collision problem with the...
Are we out of mines now? That's shit.
Yes, we are. Yeah, that exactly did nothing because the other torp is still blocking it.
Okay, I'm also nearly up.
Yeah, so both
Took
of
down
them.
one of
so,
the
yeah.
trade posts.
That's good news, actually. Like that. I mean, those
Problem
are
is I
pretty
won't.
great.
Problem is I won't get another benefit from aging up. Like I already have my improved leather guns. They won't get any better.
Yeah,
That's
but
kind
you
of
have
a problem.
Yeah, but you have factories.
That is right. Yeah.
I think that's actually a fairly significant benefit, if you ask me.
You have a 1 Mahout there in the front.
Yeah, that guy is supposed to kill himself off because
Okay.
can't build any more villages.
They won't have me take down another. Okay, they also already reconstructed that trade post.
Shame on them, how could they?
First factory is in. Now also doing the wall upgrade. Just
Be careful, your factory is running towards the front. It's essentially like running out of my base in the front
it's
right
not
now.
the factory, that's actually a 4.
Okay, good. Then I'm less concerned.
I aged up with the 4 wagon.
Yeah, okay, I understand. No worries then. Thought that that might be your factory, like...
Yeah, could also be the case, so I get that. Okay,
now we
up.
got the super late game. Obviously, Russia is only decent in super late games because of 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝐞𝐢𝐬𝐡, but on the other hand, they have been nerfed a bit, so it's not that unbearable anymore. I mean, it's still bad, but it's not that bad.
What was that team card that you just shipped?
A bit of hit points and all action damage for all units. Okay, they're pushing in now, though. Pull your carriages back, please.
Trying, you have to. Oh, you don't have another like door in this wall. That's really problematic. Oh, what the fuck! That was just the very right moment they're taking down my fort without me getting it up. That's so shitty.
Are you on full military?
Nope.
Do try to change that, right?
Yeah, I actually need wood for getting some more prediction facilities out here, but I just traded away some.
That's pretty unfortunate, I suppose. Okay, can you try to actually shoot those Curverines that like... Okay, no, you can't. I suppose you can't.
What the fuck? They're just melting away my infantry guns.
Yeah, don't go in there. Might be a bad call.
Yeah, I just lost 3 infantry guns without dealing. What the fuck, those lags? Is it also lagging so bad for you?
No, not really. It's lagging a bit. I'm shipping 2 great bombards now as well.
Yeah, that's good. I got my veteran, my
okay,
guard
now it's lagging
now.
pretty badly. Okay, that was your 2C gone. Where's my bombards? Okay, they're not there yet. Great. Okay, bombards coming in now. God damn it! Did they spawn at the TC? Yeah, they did. Okay. Yeah, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. I'm going in now as well, trying to do some work with the bombards there.
Okay, I'm running my cav in now.
Yeah, try to get the artillery if you can. Okay, there's like 700 nuggies killing off my bombards now.
Fuck, where are those coming from?
From the side, they breached the wall at a different place.
Fuck. Really try to run them in your...
Yeah, I'm pumping out as many sepoys as I can currently. Try to like prevent them from running amok, but I think we got this. We're holding them off here. The bombards only got a couple shots out, but that's usually enough for them. God damn it, I lost a lot of villages though. I think they killed them on their way.
Still, we cleaned them off right now. So that's really good.
India eco strong, I'd say.
Also, my eco is now like really coming to work here.
Yeah, that's good news actually.
Oh.
Also, those bombards came in at the right time. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Imperial Age for him. Yeah, looks good. Okay, maybe I should go to Imperial Age as well then.
Maybe you should try to push on those buildings outside.
Yeah, do that. I'm coming with you. I'm going to up to Imperial nonetheless, right?
Yeah, feel free to do so.
Also, I need to get my wall patched up. That's like really annoying. Building a bit more like a sepoy heavy army now.
Yeah, that was a bit too much, like... Okay, I'm nearly topped up as well now. Well, like, I am pretty much
Okay,
topped
both of
up
them
now.
are up to Imperial. How's your Imperial looking?
I'm on 2,000, 1,500, so I don't have the resources to go
then.
up right now, but I'm gonna stop doing
hurry up
anything
then.
else now. Yep. Where's my factory wagon? That would actually really help to get up to Imperial.
Sure would, yeah. But those legs right now are pretty nasty, actually.
Yep.
Sorry. Wait 1 second. All right, okay, I'm back. Needed to plug in my headphones because they were dying.
Okay, yeah, that's shit. What the fuck, those legs?
Yeah, not quite sure what the issue right now is. That's definitely not like our fault. I suspect it's the server, but
Have you put up the walls on the right hand side again? There's also a stable there.
I did put up the walls.
Okay, so what else do I need? Definitely my arsenal and church. I mean, I can also try to switch onto... Okay, watch out, there's the fight actually coming there. What the fuck? My units are not moving.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to fall back there because we needed to age up. I'm not quite sure why you like siege on the walls there. That might result in a disaster here. Yeah.
Actually does, yeah. And my units are not moving, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, those are Imperial Naginatas now. I mean, I try to do the upgrade for my units as fast as I can, but...
yeah, they just took away like 15 units from me. That ceasefire would have been really helpful like a few seconds before.
I'm aware, yeah. Just realized
that went
now
really
that
shitty. That went really
yeah,
shitty.
like I said, you shouldn't have like sieged on them retrospectively, I think.
Probably, yeah. Can I just click what the...
Okay, they're again trying to run around, like into the back of my base there. Can you send your cavalry to intercept them?
I try, yeah, but I don't have as much as they have.
Okay, they're building blockhouses right in front of my base.
As I said, I'm also going up right now.
Yeah, just try to do something.
What the fuck? Okay, okay. This is basically GG. I got like a big amount of Opričniki in my base and I can't stop them.
Yeah, sword.
I just didn't see that for like 30 seconds or something. That was crazy. I haven't resigned yet, but I really don't know how to repel this now. They're just taking down everything. And meanwhile, I probably also can't stop the Nagis on your side. I was just thinking, like, why did I lose any settlers? And then I saw, holy shit, that's a lot of Oprič. Yeah, I can't stop the Nagis on the right-hand side. I'm also, like, very severely now idled. And I lost 40 settlers.
Yeah, man, what can I say?
Yeah, I just didn't see that coming. Or actually, I saw that coming, but I just didn't see it happening. That's more like it. Really sorry, but that probably lost us the game. Losing half my eco here, and like, even though getting up, that's also the reason why the Russian didn't push in together.
He pushed in. He did. I cleaned up his whole military there.
Yeah, because he had like 30 units or something in the back.
No, because Russian units are usually shit, but...
Okay, already getting the next raid here. Can't prevent them from doing so. So idled up again.
Yeah, both Karelians. Also, your gun carriage need to do some sort of work.
I can't push out with them alone. Like, I got 11 of them, but... Okay, I'm moving them to the side because you get the Japanese push there. But yeah, I'm just having the whole like Russian army in my base now.
Yeah, I saw that. My army is in your base now as well, though. The
I'm
problem
really
is that
sorry.
you need to like intercept those 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸. Those 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸 are running amok again. You need to stop them, please, man. Focus on the 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸. Don't waste your cav there. Man, you need to move your cav. Ignore them. I can ride the musket now, or you didn't for 20 seconds. That was way too long. That's exactly the problem we have here. Like, the couple seconds will actually lose us this game or win it. Like, honestly.
Oh my god, I'm losing so many settlers because I just can't stop those fuckers. They also put up a 4 right in front of our base.
I'm aware. I siege that down now. Just try to like stop them for now. That's everything that counts.
I'm trying to do so.
Don't waste all your villages there fighting like some unnecessary war there. What is that there, man? That's like 10 villages down the drain. Please don't.
Yeah, I'm down to 40 already. What the fuck? Misclicked that one. So I now have the remaining ones killed off the remaining... Oh, there's more coming. Never mind.
Yeah, you're running like with your musketeers and your hussars like at the same speed. You have like 5 hussars standing around here as well, which you don't need there.
Move! Could you
Again,
just
you have
not?
5 guys there that are doing nothing at all. And those gun carriages can fire on those guys over there.
Okay, have we got that stable now at least? Like...
I mean, I killed the fort. That was the question.
Good. So I'm on 40 settlers, so they just went havoc and like killed settlers everywhere. But at the same time, I also needed to okay, I pushed away the Japanese a little bit. Oh, there's Motaros actually now coming.
Yeah.
And now there's Nagis coming as well, so I gotta really move back there.
Yeah, fall back behind my base. My wall, sorry. Also frantically trying to get up the get out the Imperial upgrades right now. Okay, they breached my walls like up here again. Man, you need to move your cav, please. Stay in my base.
I'm running, yeah. Oh,
I'm
not running.
Everything to your side, yeah.
Can we just
move?
move?
We'll lose. Nah, this is GG now.
I just couldn't stop those.
40.
That's like Russian late game. It's like, I know I didn't play well that second, but I also like I was just not able to cope with that. Just too many units everywhere, and like I can't run after them. They're just too fast. Have such a high siege. No way to hold this. I just took a little bit too long for like seeing what was happening there with 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸. So that must have been like pretty much all his population there sieging my walls.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Not
but
nearly,
look at
like...
that. I lost the first settler at like... First settler lost at 34:57. And... yeah, like 15 seconds later I was already down 40 villages. So he like really only started attacking when I lost my villages. So like when he had all his cav in position and like just chucked away a big bunch of villages there.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's the wise thing to do, of course. And I mean, like, 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸 is so crazy strong since these are Imperial 𝐒𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐼𝐸, like with 120 24 siege damage, they're still very strong. Obviously, they have been nerfed, but that's like still not saying that they are like less valuable unit because of that, of course.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
And,
Russia need to have their strong units also in late game because their infantry is shit, and that's like basically the only thing that Russians can do in late game really well is like 𝐒𝐿𝐴 raids. And you really don't want to face a Russian in the late game. The thing is, we just had like 2 super bad engagements in the early game, like really terrible engagements.
Yep.
So when we were like 30 military ahead, we just lost like half of that and didn't make as much damage. The second one was even more dramatical. I don't even know what happened at that point. Like, we both lost so many units there. That was the KEF switch, right? That was when they just had like all Nagis there.
yes, it was.
And I mean, we were able to hold this somehow.
And yeah, I mean, the next engagement was quite good, but then again, you pushed like too far out with your guns there, so I couldn't defend you anymore because obviously we were behind in military population at that point because I was saving up for my 5th age. Also, it was like
actually already going up.
Worst point to push out there because the problem was that I didn't have my imperial upgrades. I didn't get the economic upgrades until like now. I like just queued them, but that's obviously way too late. The problem also is that I'm that I was falling behind the Russian player at that point because he had like the imperial upgrades out and I didn't, and you see that very strongly in the economic in the resources gathered.
Yeah, the Russian really overtook us, but like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like that moment trying to knock on the walls there, that wasn't even intentional. Like just trying to move out there a bit, like take down the buildings that they had there, the racks right in front of your walls. But like having units there, they started to also fire on them. There was also some like Japan units that I tried to shoot out, which was okay. But then like having units push on the walls was just too much. And I was able to take down some of the stables on the right-hand side there, so that was okay-ish, but yeah, that was really a defensive point at that point. Still, I'm like, even not losing those units, I mean, I was not going, like, that was kind of the time when I tried to get up to Imperial, but I wasn't really able to, while they both were, and the Russian guy especially, like, overtook us in resources like crazy. And I'm really not sure how to deal with 𝐒𝐿𝐴 in the late game with our combination. I mean, ZAMs are not really the best option to deal with them because they don't have a stopping power. Hussars will just run them around.
Could have gotten them out earlier, though. I mean, the ZAMs, I'm still on 12,000 food and 3,000 coin, right? And I'm fully popped. The problem is that my like units are at the like wrong point.
Yeah, like just running around and not doing anything while running around, yeah.
Yeah, the point here is that we lost momentum. We lost the momentum while like pushing on their base. We lost everything in that push because your cavalry died too early, so we couldn't kill the 𝐾𝐿𝐴, and also you cannot fight against 5 𝐾𝐿𝐴 with your infantry guns. I think that was like a fairly like decisive point as well, where you lost like all those infantry guns to the 5 𝐾𝐿𝐴.
Yeah. I mean, that I've seen games where like I mean, you all know 𝐒𝐿𝐴, he's like really in love with them and usually likes to build them against like pretty much everything. And I had a fair bunch of them, but I think I just had them too much clocked on the spot. So I really need to make sure to pull them out. But of course, this in 2v2 with like 100 military population by India right besides that, it's kind of hard to pull off. And there were just a couple of shots where the 𝐾𝐿𝐴 just wrecked like 3 or 4 leather guns or infantry guns with one shot, and that shouldn't happen, of course. So maybe in 2v2 it's not that viable, and like switching to 𝐾𝐿𝐴 would have been the better option, probably.
Well, yeah, of course it would have been, but I mean, you can snipe out 1 or 2 in a pinch with your infantry guns, but definitely not 5. That just doesn't work. I mean, if you have like 20 infantry guns, okay, granted, but you didn't have them, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I had for like 15 or something, or like 12, so I did have a bunch of them. I had definitely more than twice the amount of 𝐾𝐿𝐴s they had, but with just
but
one...
you need maybe like 4 times the infantry guns for 1 𝐾𝐿𝐴, I'd say.
Yeah, it really depends.
And like then you need to have like a very good like opportunity to actually snipe them, because I mean, obviously you need to get closer to them than they need to like come to you.
Yeah. But you're right, we lost that momentum there. I mean, we did have like a okay-ish eco. My eco was actually okay-ish. It wasn't as good as yours. Or it was pretty much as good as yours. That's just because they really took down a lot of tops of mine, and Yeah,
I
you
mean,
were
you could have
just like
probably
boom.
started. You could have probably started building your town centers a bit earlier. I think that would have been one thing that you could have improved there. And the other thing, like I
Yeah,
said, was that our
definitely.
engagements were pretty bad in this game. So we were actually like having a good standing, like at the H4 maybe, because yeah, I mean, we had the better eco. We obviously have the better units. We could have just pushed in there, but we had like so bad engagements there. The one with the lack of anti-cavalry, I was relying on your hussars. But the problem is they died in the engagement earlier, so that kind of snowballs, because if you lose all your
Yeah,
hussars, then you need to like rebuild the whole hussar mass. And if you
yeah,
don't have them ready at that point, then again you will lose everything else because of the Naginata Rider. So that was like still like a snowball effect from the first engagement, essentially. And
yeah,
yeah, well, this just like didn't go too well. And obviously the Oprichniki raids. I mean, that's something you cannot really counter, honestly. I mean, if you're like extremely aware, then maybe. But we like had 2 improved walls up. They like have 7,500 HP. That just doesn't matter to the Oprichniki. I mean, if you like allow them to go to Imperial and unchallenged, then you will definitely have trouble fighting off those Oprichniki raids. The only chance you have at that point is like actually pressuring them so hard that they cannot like give up the unit population for the Oprichniki. And even then I should have had some Zamburaks ready, because obviously like sending out 5 Oprichniki can still work. So
yeah. But it's like it's really a strong thing, especially for our combination, because like I don't know, playing Portuguese or maybe even Dutch with their Reuters or something. You have the goons, but like with Sweden, I mean, you can train hacker pellets, but those are no good goons. Like they don't even have the range they need for like firing shots, and hussars are
yeah,
even
and they
worse
don't have
probably.
multiplier. Yeah,
Because
they don't have a multiplier against heavy cavalry. That's probably the most
yeah,
important part.
yeah, but they don't even reach them. Like they are really a unit that is also kind of good in melee. And hussars, of course, I mean, you can run them around, and in a direct fight, the hussars will, of course, win. But if there's just like 20, 30 Oprichniki running around and like harassing all your buildings, you just don't get the army where it's supposed to be. It was like really hard or impossible for us to maintain control here with all those Oprichniki. And just when we had it stable, there was 30 coming into your base, and we just weren't able to get over there by time. Like, even if I would have had more hussars, I think it wouldn't have been possible. So Zamburaks might have been the only option there, but even that might have been difficult. And in the end,
I mean, the game was
to...
essentially lost at that point, because like they denied my Imperial upgrades. I got theirs out. That's essentially the point where it's GG, right? Because
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity to get like the economic upgrades out. I only had sepoys upgraded unit wise. Yeah. So if you manage to do that, and you like have like only an advantage in like H5 for like 2 minutes or so, that's usually enough to like build up such a decisive advantage in resources and like momentum in the game, that it's really hard to come back from that, because those Imperial upgrades are so strong. I mean, it's the opposite from H2, like Age of Empires 2. I mean, in Age of Empires 2, the upgrades get like weaker the further up you go in the ages. So like the first upgrade gives more than the second, and so on. And in Age of Empires 3, it's the other way around. So the later ages like give you so much of a power spike, especially the Imperial upgrade. So essentially at that point it was over. I mean, until then, I think we had a pretty good standing in this game. We just had like very bad engagements in the mid game, and I think this is what lost us the game, because I mean, at this point, the Russian player, I mean, he never took any significant economic damage, was essentially like free to like do whatever he wanted, build forts right in front of our base, rush in Oprichniki at every point. Like, just maybe lose 20, 30, 40, 50 of them, it doesn't matter. I mean, at this point in Imperial Age, you have so many resources that it's like just unimportant how many of them you lose, as long as you do some damage, and of course you did some damage.
The other thing I'm wondering, I think I just stick to hussars for too long. I think in the early game it was the right choice, and definitely like in the middle fight, even though I lost them all, but I think it was good to have them, because they need to focus them. And I think I could have gotten more value out of them, but after that, it's just nonsense to stay on hussars. I mean, the Japanese was purely going on Nagis and Ashis, which I mean, I can kind of counter Nagis, but Ashis definitely not. And in 2v2, it's super hard to make something out of hussars. It's easier in 1v1, but in 2v2, when you have like 200 military population running around, hussars mainly stand around and don't deal enough damage. And I think especially with Caroleans, those are super strong. In H4 you get the Svea Lifeguard, which I actually even shipped. Like I shipped Svea Lifeguard, but I've never researched the veterancy or the guard upgrade on my Caroleans and never even like thought about switching to them. I was mainly doing infantry guns, but we had that problem of not having anti-cav, and I think having 30 or 40 Caroleans at that point would have been more helpful than like 20 hussars.
Well, at that point, yes. I mean, in the first engagement we had, we needed those hussars to counter the artillery. I think that was like fairly important to have them, even though like they like died off before they like actually were able to kill the Quiverines. But nonetheless, I think it was the right call to train them, even though like the engagement wasn't going that well.
Yeah, in the beginning, definitely. I didn't make much out of them, but it was good to have them and was the right choice to train them, I think.
After that engagement, though, it probably would have been better to actually switch back to something else. Yeah, I agree.
But it's just like, that's just looking back at the game now. I mean, that's a very well-deserved victory for them. Also very good players, I think. And so, yeah, definitely good game from them. And we just we weren't really able to, like, get our control up in the middle of the game. And after that, Russia is just taking over. I'm still amazed. Like, Russia can hard rush and they can, like, late game play. But in the middle, they really fall behind usually. And still think it's an interesting concept to have a civilization that is, like, really strong early on and, like, really strong in the late game. So... yeah,
even
not the best game.
No, not really. And like even strong, like very strong in the late game. Okay, maybe. I mean, they have a strong eco, or like they not even that. I mean, their eco is pretty standard, but they have like a strong boom, of course. But honestly, the thing with Russia in the late game is, I mean, you have exactly one unit that keeps you in the game, right? I mean, if you like don't train a Prichiniki, you have lost. Full stop. So
I mean, you can also go on culverins, like your like, especially with Japan, who don't really have culverins. It's really good to like just have a couple of culverins there, keep the enemy busy, and the Japanese can really go full infantry, maybe some flaming arrows or nagis, but like those 50, 60 Ashigaru already do a lot of work, similar to India, really, like a really good infantry army. But yeah, you're right, they are kind of one-sided as well, but this one side of Russia is like really strong in the late game. It's like crazy good, and they really have a solid eco behind that as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong here, they definitely deserved that victory, because like we didn't play our cards right, our engagements weren't great, and yeah, I mean, happens from time to time. If you want to put it that way, okay. But yeah, this like just didn't go too well, and yeah, that's usually not our problem actually, because our late game is pretty solid most of the time. But in this case, actually, it wasn't good enough. Essentially, against Russia, those raids are like a big threat, and yeah, we just like only built 2 walls. We didn't pay enough attention to it, so yeah.
I really didn't. Like I should have seen when the wall was taking down.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have. I didn't notice either. I only realized that they were rushing into my base when the wall. I mean, I only had one at that point because of the first Russian push. I didn't manage to get the second one up, but I only saw them like destroying the wall and like flooding in. And also, to be fair, my like positioning wasn't that good either, because I put all my units into your base at that point, so I didn't have any like in the middle of the map. I had some at the right side trying to fend off the Japanese push there, some in your base, but I had nothing in my own, which was obviously completely like dumb at that point, because more Prichiniki raids were of course coming.
But I think it's just like, it's like really the 3 bad engagements that we had. We also had a very good one when they got up to Imperial, but we had like 3 engagements where we lost a big bunch of units, and those were, I think, mostly my units, just because I weren't able to make to just like get a good trade with the cav, and also lost my artillery because we didn't have anti-cav, and yeah, that's like very painful. And I'm honestly amazed that this was a 40 minutes game looking at those engagements. But that's why it also was a kind of decisive win here in the end. So yeah, 2 games for Sweden today. One won, and 1 lost. That's weird. Still, thank you all for tuning in and hanging around here, and hope you appreciated it. And thank you to our opponents. Really well played today.
So, yeah, exactly.
And another victory on this channel, which happens from time to time. Why not? Still,
defeat, you mean?
Defeat, yeah. A victory for our opponents. Sure. But also
I mean,
interesting to switch it up with it.
Yeah. Maybe as an explanation, we try to like show interesting games, and obviously those games where you're like being hard rushed and like losing 10 minutes because like you forgot to call Minuteman or something like that. That's like usually not an interesting game because I mean there's like nothing happening there that like is at least in our opinion of any interest. But I mean we try to show like defeats as well if they're like actually interesting, and I think that this one was actually pretty interesting because it was like a fairly close game for most of the game. So. Yeah,
it was very head-to-head for most of the game, or it felt like it, but in the end it was a very decisive win as well. So yeah, that's how we have it for today. Thank you all for tuning in, and see you in future videos, I would say.
Bye.